Welcome back to Enigmatic, everyone. Back here with another investing portfolio update on FreeTrade. In this video, we'll be talking about what's changed in my FreeTrade portfolio, dividends that have been paid, what are my plans at the end of the year for some of my stocks. So let's just quickly run through that. So starting off, let's talk about some of my stocks and the performance of them. So again, BT, I currently have 150 shares at it's up 3.85%. Lloyd's is also up 14.22%, which are two of my biggest holdings, both BT and Lloyd's. So these two, I pretty much plan to hold them for the long run, especially with BT coming into 5G. They do own EE, and I think they've recently started putting a big push towards BT Mobile. Also, the government wants to buy the landline, so potentially that could inflate the price of BT. Also, they are a strong dividend payer, so that's why I've pretty much got them. Lloyd's, I just see potential growth with them, especially with the PPIs ended, and I do think that they should, over the next year, provide some strong returns. Hopefully Brexit doesn't affect them too badly. Aviva and Legal in General are two of my biggest insurance stocks on this platform. Aviva's up 5.38%. This is going down though. So potentially if it does hit the £3.78 mark or below, I will look at increasing my position in that. Barclays, actually let's go back to Legal in General. Legal in General is actually slightly on the rise, which is somewhat strange because usually Aviva and Legal General usually have the same kind of trend path. Anyway, so this is up 26.72%, which is, I'm pretty happy with that. It's up £30.86p. Barclays, I pretty much think this has got the same outcome as Lloyd's. I do see potential growth. So if we look at it over the max, so I'm looking for returns for around 2017, so I'm expecting it to hit around the 225 mark tops. So I'm hoping it's going to hit around at least the 220 mark. They're also a good dividend. I think at the time I purchased them with an average price of £1.44, they were around a 5% dividend yield. RBS is doing pretty well. It's actually doing really well, to be honest. I've got an average price of £2. They are up 14.15%. I'm up £15.82. I do see, again, growth with this stock. Obviously not, potentially maybe around the £3 mark, but we'll see. Persimmon, I really like this stock. I don't know why. I have a very, very small position in this. I've only got 4 shares with an average price of £18.54 per share. They are a house builder, so similar to Barratt, Taylor Wimpey, whereas I believe with this one, what is different is they pay an annual, like a high dividend every year, whereas Taylor Wimpey and Barratt, I believe they pay special dividends when depending on their profits for the year. So this is up 36.21%. That's up £26.85p. I really do want to increase my position in this, but I do think they are at quite a high price right now. So if we look at it around 2017, it's around the 2017 prices. So I think I'm going to hold on to these until, well, when the price drops, I will increase my position in this, but for now I will hold. S&P 500, I did miss a buying opportunity down here where it was around my average cost. So I do want to increase my position in this, so I'll wait for a little while longer to see what happens with that. Commercial property is actually one I want to sell, actually. So I didn't realise the price had dropped to £1.14 because I would have purchased them on the other platform, Trading 212, because I plan to close my position for all my REITs at some point, possibly by the end of 2019 or early 2020, just because the 20% withholding tax, and I'd rather buy them in the ISA account. Taylor Wimpey is doing pretty good at 17.82%. Barrett is up 10.43%. Nokia is actually down 3%. There's a thing that really annoys me about this platform, especially buying US stocks. They've made it very difficult to know if you're up or down. The only indicator you have is this bottom investment gains or losses. So what I like to do is to know how much I've paid per share, which is here, £2.73. However, I don't know what the current market price is. So what would be nice is if they had a price with the fee, the 0.45% conversion fee at real time, so you know how much in comparison to your average price in UK would be, so you kind of know. So for example, I could say that, oh, my average price is £2.73, but on up here it might say it's £2.60, and I'm like, oh yeah, let me buy some. But obviously that factors in the conversion, like the currency conversion, because at the moment I'm just guessing, because I do not know what the US price is that I've purchased these at, and it's really hard to compare. So this is why I'm not too keen on buying US stocks on FreeTrade. Let me know your thoughts on this, because I can't be the only one that has noticed this. Vodafone is doing pretty well. It's 11.39%. This has dropped recently, which is I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with Vodafone. Centrica is up 9.57%, which is decent. Direct Line is also up at 7.67%. BP is probably one that I'm probably going to close once it hits a green. I'm not too keen on this. So obviously I've got to make sure it hits above the £5 mark per share to actually make a profit on it. GVC is doing pretty well. It's up 47.62%. It's another one of those good stocks for me. I would like to see this this price drop so I could increase my position, but at the same time it's doing so well that I'd rather it just keep going up. Hsbc is quite an interesting one. They have announced that they having going into 2020 they're going to increase their overdraft charges to 40%. To me that sounds like a payday loan type thing. I know a lot of banks do something similar and they word it very confusingly, like Halifax do, like, what was it, like 1p for every £6 or something like that, which is, you can't even work out the percentage for that. So this would be quite interesting to see how the market reacts to that overdraft, how many current account users leave or if they manage to keep them. Because I know personally I would leave, because that's extortion. That's like taking a meager loan. Ford is actually down 12.71%. I'm actually down £1.89 on 2 shares, which is actually quite a lot. They did pay a dividend. So if we look here, they paid a dividend of 20p on the 2nd of December. So again, decent. Glencore's down. British Land. So like I said, mentioned earlier with commercial property, that I want to sell all my REITs on FreeTrade and eventually move them into my ISA account because I don't want to pay that 20% withholding tax. So that's the plan for till the end of 2019, is to sell those stocks and rebuy them at a lower price on Trading 212. So I'm not sure how I'm going to approach that. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy the stocks first or sell them first and just wait for it to drop. And that's pretty much it for my portfolio. Last thing to mention is that the FreeTrade has launched a new feature which tells you how much you're up since you started investing. So since I started investing in July, my total portfolio value at the moment is £1,772.91. I am up £195.49. So that isn't bad since July, and that's quite a good return. I'm pretty happy with that. So guys, let me know what you think about the stocks that I own. What do you think I should probably sell? Your thoughts on that. I'd also like to know what you guys have in your portfolio and what you think I should start considering to include in mine. That's it for this week. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to. See you next time.